How to Build Wealth Consistently. The Complete Guide.
Did you know that most successful entrepreneurs weren't born with special talent? They simply think differently. What you do every day in your thinking can be the big difference between failure and financial success. Do you want to know the secret that transforms an ordinary mindset into a millionaire's mindset? Stay with me until the end and discover how to change your mindset to leverage your wealth in an unbeatable way.
The truth about success. What no one tells you.
The truth about success. What no one tells you. Imagine that you wake up one day and decide to change your life. You're tired of the routine, the salary that never leaves you, and the promises of getting rich quick that never work. You look at successful entrepreneurs and ask yourself, what do they do differently? What don't I know? The truth, the one that no one tells you, is that success is not about having the perfect idea or being born with talent. The real difference is in the way you think and act. Great entrepreneurs don't see problems as barriers, but as opportunities in disguise. They don't wait for the perfect motivation. They create discipline. And above all, they understand that the game of success is mental before it is financial. Do you want an example? Jeff Bezos didn't start Amazon as a giant. He started in a garage selling books, believing that online commerce would take over the world. At the time, many thought his idea was absurd. But he didn't focus on what others thought. He focused on what was possible. The same goes for anyone who wants to start a business. The first step to success isn't in your bank account or your network or your brilliant idea. The first step is in your head. And now that you understand this truth, let's take it to the next level. How to think like an elite entrepreneur.
The growth mindset. How to think like an elite entrepreneur.
The growth mindset. How to think like an elite entrepreneur. Now that you know that success starts in the mind, the question becomes, how do you develop a champion mindset? The answer lies in the growth mindset. This concept, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, separates those who succeed from those who give up. While some people believe that their abilities are fixed, I'm not good with money, I have no talent for business, elite entrepreneurs think differently. They believe that everything can be learned and that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. Look at any great entrepreneur. Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey. They all faced brutal hardships, but instead of giving up, they learned from their mistakes and adjusted their strategies. If you want to think like an elite entrepreneur, you need to adopt this mindset. Instead of asking yourself, will this work? Start asking, what can I learn from this? Want a practical example? Think about a beginner who launches a business and can't make any sales. The fixed mindset would say, entrepreneurship is not for me. But the growth mindset would say, what do I need to adjust to make it work? The secret to success is not luck or innate talent. It is the ability to learn, adapt, and continually improve. Now that you understand the importance of this mindset, let's move on to the next step. Resilience and persistence, the fuel of winners.
Resilience and persistence. The fuel of winners.
Resilience and persistence, the fuel of winners. There is one trait that separates those who reach the top from those who give up halfway. It is resilience. Entrepreneurship is not a straight line to success. On the contrary, it is a road full of curves, obstacles, and moments of doubt. And the hard truth that few want to accept is that failure is part of the game. Think about any great entrepreneur. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company before turning things around and creating the iPhone. Henry Ford went bankrupt several times before revolutionizing the automotive industry. Walt Disney was rejected dozens of times before creating the Disney Empire. What did they all have in common? They didn't give up. The difference between an ordinary entrepreneur and a successful one is not talent, but the ability to keep going even when everything seems to be going wrong. But how do you develop this resilience? Reinterpret failure. Every mistake is a learning experience. Those who see failure as the end of the road never get far. Have a greater reason. Those who have a strong purpose can handle the challenges along the way. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Adopt the not yet mentality. If something hasn't worked out, it doesn't mean it never will. It just means it hasn't worked out yet. Success isn't about always getting it right, but about having the courage to keep going even when everything falls apart. And speaking of courage, now comes one of the most important pillars of entrepreneurship: decision-making and overcoming the fear of failure.
Decision-making and courage. How to overcome the fear of failure.
Decision-making and courage. How to overcome the fear of failure. Most people spend their lives waiting for the perfect moment to act. They want to be absolutely sure that they won't make a mistake, that everything will go as planned. But here's the brutal truth. Success comes to those who have the courage to make decisions, even in the face of uncertainty. Entrepreneurship is about taking calculated risks. No great entrepreneur had any guarantees before starting. What separates those who grow from those who stagnate is the ability to make decisions and act despite fear. Want an example? Think of two entrepreneurs. The first spends months planning, studying, waiting for the perfect scenario. The second researches, prepares, but starts with what he has. Who do you think will have a better chance of success? The one who takes action, because he will learn on the battlefield. But how do you develop this courage? Change your relationship with mistakes. Stop seeing failures as defeats and start seeing them as course adjustments. Decide quickly, adjust along the way. The business world changes all the time. Those who wait too long miss out on opportunities. Ask yourself, what is the worst-case scenario? Many times, fear is greater than the real risk. When you rationalize, you realize that the worst that can happen is not that serious. Entrepreneurship requires boldness. Those who wait for absolute certainty never get anywhere. And now we come to the last and most important step: action and execution. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve.
Action and execution. The difference between dreamers and achievers.
Action and execution. The difference between dreamers and achievers. Amazing ideas are worthless without execution. The world is full of people with great plans, but very few who actually put those plans into action. What separates dreamers from doers? Massive, consistent action. Fear, doubt, and procrastination often keep people stuck in the endless cycle of, "I'll start soon." But the truth is, those who wait for the perfect moment never start. Great entrepreneurs understand that taking action is more important than having a perfect plan. Jeff Bezos, for example, didn't wait to have a flawless business model before launching Amazon. He started selling books online and tweaked everything along the way. So how do you make sure you execute your ideas? Stop waiting for motivation. Success comes from discipline, not from spur-of-the-moment inspiration. Create a system of daily action. Small daily steps are more powerful than big sporadic actions. Measure and adjust. What is not measured cannot be improved. Analyze your results and constantly refine your strategy. The secret to success is not just having a great idea or an excellent plan. It is in the speed and consistency of your execution. Now that we have talked about action, we come to the last pillar of this powerful mindset: persistence and long term. How to build an empire.
Persistence and the long term. How to build an empire.
Persistence and the long term. How to build an empire. The biggest mistake that prevents people from achieving wealth and success is underestimating the power of the long term. We live in an age of instant gratification, where everyone wants quick results. But entrepreneurship is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Those who build lasting businesses understand that success doesn't come from what you do once, but from what you do every day, for years. Think of any successful empire: Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Facebook. None of these businesses became giants overnight. They took years of dedication, learning, and constant adjustments. The question is, are you willing to keep going, even when the results don't appear in the short term? Here are the secrets of entrepreneurs who play the long term. Strategic patience. Understand that success is a game of consistency. Small daily gains accumulate over time. Reinvest in the business. Those who think small want immediate profit. Those who think big reinvest to grow even more. Adaptability. The market changes, and those who persist are not only those who insist, but those who adapt. Constant learning and evolution are key. Most people give up when they are just a few steps away from a breakthrough. But great entrepreneurs persist, reinvent themselves, and keep going until success becomes inevitable. Now that you understand the power of the long term, let's move on to the last essential pillar of the entrepreneurial mindset: growth mindset. How to think like a winner.
Growth mindset. How to think like a winner.
Growth mindset. How to think like a winner. Success starts with the way you think. If you believe that you were born with fixed skills and that your destiny is determined, you are sabotaging yourself. But if you understand that you can learn, evolve, and become whoever you want, then there are no limits to where you can go. This is the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that some people just get lucky in entrepreneurship. If they fail, it means they are not good enough. It is better to stay in your comfort zone than to take risks. Those with a growth mindset think differently. Any skill can be developed with effort and learning. Every mistake is an opportunity for improvement. Challenges are not obstacles, but steps to success. Great entrepreneurs are not born ready. They become exceptional because they believe they can always improve and invest in it. If you want to transform your reality, you need to reprogram your mind for growth. See challenges as opportunities. Every difficulty contains a valuable lesson. Be obsessed with learning. Read books, take courses, talk to mentors. Knowledge is power. Surround yourself with people who push you. The right environment accelerates your evolution. The world belongs to those who never stop growing. You can change your story if you change your mindset. Now that we've talked about growth, we come to the last pillar of this unbeatable mindset: discipline and success routine. How to build habits that lead to wealth.
Discipline and success routine. How to build habits that lead to wealth.
Discipline and success routine. How to build habits that lead to wealth. Success is not a matter of luck. It's a matter of daily habits. What you do every day, even the little things, have a direct impact on your entrepreneurial journey. Discipline is the key factor that separates those who achieve great results from those who give up along the way. Successful entrepreneurs don't wait for inspiration to take action. They just do it. True wealth doesn't come from big decisions won at a time, but from consistent, intentional actions that are repeated over time. How do you create a winning routine? Here are the secrets of the most successful entrepreneurs. Start your day with intention. The first few hours of your day are crucial. Wake up early, set your priorities, and start with one important task. Your energy in the morning sets the pace for the rest of the day. Set daily and weekly goals. Define what you want to achieve in the short term and create an action plan. Daily progress, no matter how small, leads to big results. Use the power of repetition. Discipline comes from repetition. What you practice every day becomes part of who you are. Be consistent with your actions. Eliminate distractions. A clean and focused environment is essential for productivity. Organize your space and your priorities so you can focus on what really matters. Don't break the chain. The trick of great entrepreneurs is consistency. Don't let a single day without action break the chain of progress. Maintaining a routine is the secret to success. Discipline is what makes you get up, even when you don't feel like it. It turns small daily actions into a solid foundation of wealth. Now that we've completed all the pillars of a successful entrepreneur's mindset, it's time to put it all into practice. The journey starts with the mindset. but it's the daily execution that ensures you reach your financial.
Look at the great successful entrepreneurs. They didn't start out with all the resources or an easy path ahead. They simply believed in changing their mindset and in the power to transform their daily attitudes. They understood that a successful mindset is built with discipline, focus, and a long-term vision. They made choices, not out of fear, but because they were certain that each action would take them closer to the wealth they so desired. And guess what? You can be one of them. With the right mindset and the right tools, your entrepreneurial journey is not a distant dream. It is a reality within your reach. So why not start now? Transform your mindset, change your habits, and start building a solid and profitable business. What are you waiting for? The secret to financial success is here, within your reach. Make the decision today and start your journey to wealth. Invitation. If you are ready to change your mindset and achieve success, sign up now to learn the strategies that really work and start walking the path to prosperity. The first step is yours. Let's go on this journey together.